Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd just share with you a quick walk around of my 81 Rabbit diesel. Um, it's never been painted before, so other than from the factory, well, to the best of my knowledge anyway, which makes sense because it looks like it had like a factory undercoat put on underneath from best I can tell, and I've just done some minor touch-ups. So I replaced the tires and the CV shafts in the front, put a new head gasket on, water pump. Previous owner right before I bought it put a new windshield in it, and unfortunately last summer it got hailed on, so there's a couple little hail dents here and there. I did not turn that into insurance because I didn't. I know that they're gonna not value the car high enough to fix it and mark it as prior salvage and all that, so I didn't want to go through that. It's just got a couple little dings on it, little dents. But it's a great car. I've got Michelin Defenders on it. I've got 5 Michelin Defenders, so when I rotate the tires, I grab the one out of the trunk, I put the tire here, bring this tire up front, and then that tire goes to the rear right, and then the rear right goes forward, and the forward one goes in the hatchback. Did I say trunk earlier? You know what I mean. So I did add a front and rear drive cam on it. Good to have. It records all the time, and it's got an extra battery for the drive cam underneath the driver's seat. And pretty much the only quote-unquote modification I made was the stereo system. The radio I had before was, I tried to enjoy it, but it wasn't good. So I replaced all the speakers and put a small amp in it. I also got a little bass controller here. I don't bass all out or anything like that, like what you see some kids doing going down the road, but some songs it sounds a little bit good to have a little bit of bass. So got a Pioneer sub back here, nothing amazing or anything, but it does sound really good. Got some Rockford Fosgates in the rear back here. Sounds great. I keep a jump starter, not that I've ever needed it, but some tools here. Add a little bit of this to each fuel tank. Only drive it in the summertime. They don't make 81 Rabbit diesels anymore, so in the winter climate they put salt on the roads where I live here. So let's pop the hood and see. Let's see what's under the hood here. Put the prop up. There we go. So I put these military connectors on. They're great. I've got them on my Ford Excursion as well. And I've got a battery shut off, but I pretty much always leave that on. And in the wintertime, I put a battery tender on, and I'll share with you why I do that. Because right there, the clock is always ticking. I did tear the cluster out of the car, the instrument cluster, and fix the clock. On that clock is almost identical to the clocks in a Porsche. The only difference is the gears in the Porsche are like metal gears, and in this car they're plastic. So there wasn't anything wrong with the gears. It was I'm trying to think of the name of this little electrical thing that I had to desolder and put a new one in. But that's what they were saying on the Porsche websites. So I put a rebuilt injector pump in it. I've got a Spall push fan in the front here. I don't know if you can really see it, and a pull fan. Not that I exactly really needed that, but I didn't want to get into a situation where this fan failed and then you're going down the road and you wreck the engine. So a little bit of redundancy there to protect the engine. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier in this video, but I replaced the head gasket. I do have a video on how I did that. It's not a very good video because I added a bunch of sound effects to it, which was kind of dumb, but I was experimenting. I should redo that video. So this here, what is this? It's a bypass oil filtration system. It filters the oil down to 1 to 2 micron, and that has got a little, it hooks up to this little sandwich deal between the main oil filter and filter housing there, and it just draws oil out of there and it keeps it nice and filtered. So keep this engine running like a purring like a kitty. I try to keep it nice and clean. I check everything frequently under here and keep up to date on everything. I did have to replace the clutch disc and pressure plate. Did make a video about that too, as well. So other than that, why don't I fire it up and have you hear how it sounds if you are still following along with me. The glow plugs go in there. I roll. The cat will just show up on the side and just be sitting there. Okay. So when the idle is really low in this car, everything will vibrate terribly. I replaced all of the motor mounts on the car. If you know a lot about these cars, you know that the motor mount on the passenger side right down in here is the one that's takes a little bit of work to get at. You gotta pull the injector pump to get to it, and then retime the pump and all that. So, but I got all that done. So which is why I ended up buying that shop press, because I broke my vise trying to replace the mounts, pressing in and out new mounts. So, well, I guess that's my car here in a nutshell. It's a great runner. It's been getting about 48 miles a gallon. The other injector pump, and the way that pump was timed, I was getting as high as 53 miles a gallon with that car. But this one in its current setup is, yeah, cranking out 47, 48, right around there at this time. But that's plenty good, right? But so with that, hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely give it one of those thumbs up, so it's known that this is a good video to watch. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.